So, here you are. Guarded. Closed off. You've built these walls around your heart so high and so thick that not even the light can get in anymore. And for what? To protect yourself? To keep the hurt out? Sure, maybe that worked for a while. Maybe you've convinced yourself that you're safer this way. But let's get real for a second. Are you truly living, or are you just existing behind those walls? You've been hurt. We all have. Someone lied to you, broke a promise, shattered your trust into a million tiny pieces. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, that pain is real. But here's the thing, holding on to that pain like it's some kind of armor isn't making you stronger. It's just making you bitter. And bitterness? It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I get it. Trusting again feels like opening yourself up to getting hurt all over again. It's scary as hell. But let me ask you this, how long are you going to let the ghosts of the past dictate your future? How long are you going to live in fear of what might happen, instead of embracing what could be? Let's talk about trust for a moment. Trust isn't about being naive or foolish. It's not about ignoring red flags or pretending everything is perfect when it's not. Trust is about believing that despite the risks, despite the uncertainty, despite everything that's happened before, there's still good out there. There are still people worth trusting, still relationships worth building. And you know what? You deserve to experience that kind of connection. You deserve to let someone in, to share your life, your thoughts, your heart with another person. But that's never going to happen if you keep everyone at arm's length, if you keep assuming the worst, if you keep holding onto the past like it's a badge of honor. Trust is a risk, no doubt about it. But so is living. Every single day you wake up and step out into the world, you're taking a risk. And you do it because deep down, you know that life is meant to be lived fully, not half-heartedly. So why are you holding back when it comes to the people around you? I'm not saying you should trust everyone blindly. Of course, you need to be smart about it. Pay attention to actions, not just words. Look for consistency, for integrity, for the kind of behavior that earns trust over time. But don't let the fear of being hurt again keep you from experiencing the depth of human connection. Don't let a few bad experiences turn you into a cynic, because honestly, cynicism is just cowardice dressed up as wisdom. Look, I know it's tempting to think that you're better off alone. That if you never let anyone in, you'll never have to feel that pain again. But that's a lie you've been telling yourself to justify the walls you've built. The truth is, isolation is its own kind of pain. It's the slow, suffocating kind that eats away at you from the inside out. You're not protecting yourself by shutting down, you're imprisoning yourself. There's a whole world out there, full of people who could add so much to your life if you just give them a chance. But that's not going to happen if you keep living in the shadow of your past. At some point, you have to make a choice, continue living in fear, or take the leap and trust again. Here's the thing, trust isn't something that's handed to you on a silver platter. It's something you have to build piece by piece. It takes time, effort, and yes, a whole lot of courage. But it's worth it. Because when you find those people who are truly worth your trust, the ones who prove themselves time and time again, you'll realize that all the pain, all the heartbreak, all the disappointment was just leading you to something better. So stop playing it safe. Stop hiding behind your walls. Stop letting the fear of what might go wrong keep you from experiencing what could go right. Life isn't meant to be lived in the shadows. It's meant to be embraced, with all its messiness, all its unpredictability, all its risk. You've been through enough to know that not everyone is going to be worthy of your trust. That's just the way it is. But here's the kicker, some people are. And you'll never know who they are if you don't give them the chance to show you. Don't let a few bad apples spoil the whole damn bunch. Don't let the actions of a few dictate your entire outlook on humanity. It's time to start trusting again. Not just others, but yourself. Trust that you've learned from your past experiences. Trust that you're wiser, stronger, more discerning. Trust that you can handle whatever comes your way, whether it's joy or heartbreak. Because you can. You've survived 100% of your worst days so far, haven't you? And that's not by accident. You're here because you're resilient, because you're capable, because you're not the type to back down when things get tough. So go ahead. Take that leap. Start small if you have to. Open up just a little bit. Share a part of yourself that you've kept hidden away. Let someone see the real you, not the guarded, closed-off version you've been presenting to the world. You might be surprised at what happens. You might find that the person on the other side of that conversation is just as scared, just as guarded, just as hopeful for something real as you are. And here's the truth. When you trust someone, really trust them, you're giving them a gift. You're saying, I believe in you. I believe in us. That's powerful. That's something that can change lives, yours included. But it all starts with you being willing to take that first step, to open that door, to let the light in. Yes, you've been hurt before. Yes, it might happen again. But that's life. That's the price we pay for the beauty of connection, for the richness of relationships, for the privilege of being human. Don't rob yourself of that just because you're afraid of what might happen. Trust that you're strong enough to handle whatever comes your way, good or bad. And trust that, in the end, it's all going to be worth it. So, if anything I've said here has hit home, if you felt even the smallest flicker of hope, of possibility, of courage, hold on to that. Nurture it. Let it grow. Because trust isn't about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about saying, I'm not going to let the past dictate my future. I'm not going to let fear rule my life. I'm going to trust again, because that's who I am. That's who I want to be. And when you do, when you finally let those walls down, when you open yourself up to the possibility of connection, of love, of trust, you'll find that the world is a much brighter place than you remembered. You'll find that people, while imperfect, are also capable of incredible kindness, incredible loyalty, incredible love. And you'll find that you, too, are capable of trusting again. Because you always were. You just needed a little reminder. If anything I've said here resonates with you, if you're tired of living in fear and ready to take back control of your life, consider subscribing to this channel. Let's build a community of people who are done with playing small, who are ready to embrace the full spectrum of human experience, who are ready to trust again. Because together, we can do this. Together, we can remind each other that there's still good in the world, that there are still people worth trusting, and that, no matter what's happened before, we're all capable of finding that again.